Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Minnesota Mike back with you for another video. This is another one in my vlog series that I do through the Memphis Songwriters Association in conjunction with the blog that I write for them, talking all about songwriting and what has worked for various artists over the course of a handful of years, whether those songs have been hits or not. So, this latest kick that I'm on is called Wouldn't It Be Nice, and it's more about nostalgia but more so just kind of wondering, like, hey, where is this person now? What are they up to? But there's not necessarily any bitterness involved. So it's kind of a neutral thing. We've talked about happy nostalgia, negative nostalgia, right? But now we're talking about some more neutral, just like, hey, where is this person now? And more so than that, or in addition to that, we're kind of talking about longing for what was, what could be, and maybe it's not possible, maybe it is. And that's kind of going to be our focus for this next song because we're talking about Fire in the Canyon by Fountains of Wayne. So, Fire in the Canyon lyrically is almost certainly about a perceived loss of professional spark. For context, Chris Collingwood, who wrote this song on his own, even though it's credited to both him and Adam Schlesinger, only contributed 3 songs to the parent album Traffic and Weather due to his struggle with drug addiction and alcoholism. Chris's relationship with Adam suffered as a result, and he alludes to this in the lyrics with such lines as, was it driving together that tore us apart as we changed directions, chasing arrows and hearts? The chorus then says, we've been wandering around such a long time, lose our way as we go town to town, believe us to be born onto a path straight and narrow on every crooked road we travel down. In other words, they thought that it was going to be easy being in a band, the straight and narrow path, but then the roads ended up being crooked and they find themselves in their current state. Melodically, this particular song uses a piano intro, but guitar is the main instrument, and the chords discussed will reflect that, although of course you can, play them on any instrument. It's recorded in the key of C major. This particular song, in the verses, they use C major, E minor, A minor, F, C, G7, and C. This pattern gets played twice before the chorus comes in, and a G7 is played after the C. The chorus uses A minor, G7, C, E minor, F, C, A minor, G7, C, A minor, G7, C, A minor, F, G7, and C. The bridge changes to the key of D major and uses D, F sharp minor, G, A, D, F sharp minor, G, A7, and D. The solo uses D, F sharp minor, B minor, G, D, and A7, and that gets played twice. Structurally, the song uses a verse, chorus, bridge, solo, chorus format. In the lyric section, I compared Fire in the Canyon to a Bee Gees song, Harry's Gate, which we were going to talk about in this blog originally, but we'll talk about that in a future blog. So thematically, it's very similar to that song, and you'll see why in a couple of weeks. But structurally, the song takes a slightly different approach. In Harry's Gate, it's all about nostalgia and wallowing in your sadness. In Fire in the Canyon, there is some humdrum of the road life that would later be discussed in a road song, which we talked about in a previous blog, but that would appear on their follow-up album. Sadness isn't necessarily the right word for it, but it's used as a microcosm of the problems he was having with Adam. We can't enjoy each other, so we can't even really enjoy the mystery of the road. But the bridge vows to make the best of it until you can't do it anymore. So the basic structure of this song is, I don't like this thing and here's what I'm doing with it, to quote the great Elaine Bennis. But unfortunately, the two of them never got that magic back, but it means a lot to me as a fan that Chris still longed for it. Fire in the Canyon is embedded below. Thank you for following that bouncing ball a little bit as I referenced some other songs that, one that we talked about and one that we haven't yet that we'll talk about next week, or in the next couple of weeks, I should say. But that is Fire in the Canyon. It's one of my favorite songs on Traffic and Weather. And you can, like I said, listen to it below. I am Minnesota Mike. Thank you so much for watching this blog, or this vlog, I should say, but you can check out the blog itself on the Memphis Songwriters Association website. And then all of my other blogs are up on YouTube as well. Thank you so much.